Rosie Hardy Gardening. Today we're going to talk about tall herbaceous perennials. We've done my top 5. Here are a bonus top 5. Please, if you enjoy watching this video, do subscribe to the channel and look at other videos that we have produced. So, tall plants, what are we talking about? Tall plants are anything above 1.20 meters. So that is 3 feet and above. So we've got here some plants which are really beautiful, and we've got a fabulous Alstroemeria here. This one is Alstroemeria psittacina, and this one is Royal Star. Royal Star is different from the species Psittacina in that it has a beautiful clear white variegation around the edge of the leaf. It's not a strong variegation, it's just quite a soft white, and then very good dark green in the center there. You then have these amazing flowers that are not quite out yet, and they are red with a green tip to the edge of them. Now this is going to get up to about 1.50 meters, and it is a beautiful perennial Alstroemeria, really good form, good late season. And the one thing about Alstroemerias is that they will grow in the shade. A lot of people think they should be in full sun, but they'll actually grow in shady spots. So if you have difficulty finding plants for shade, then that's really good. This will grow in a container quite easily as well. They are, like all Alstroemerias, you can cut them for use for flower arranging as well, if that's what you'd like. Otherwise, I would suggest putting this in the back of the border and allow it to be a really lovely tall plant with a good strong red flower with that lovely green outer to it. So Alstroemeria psittacina Royal Star. Then a lot of people will be familiar with Hollyhocks or Alcea. This is Alcea ficifolia, and this one is ficifolia rosea. It is known as the fig leaf hollyhock. As you can see, it's quite a dissected leaf. That means that it will tolerate much drier conditions. And as you go up, then you get your traditional hollyhock flowers on the top of the stem here. Really lovely. They have this slightly darker center, rose pink outer, and just go flowering up and up the stem. Now if this was in the border, it would be much taller, very upright plants. The ficifolia types do not produce as much basal leaf as you get with your normal Alceas, so they are really great plants to grow, and this one you can grow from seed. So really, and it's going to get up to probably 1.50 meters, if not taller, once its roots have gone down. Something which is slightly different and is a lovely white flowering plant, and this one is a herbaceous chicory. So this is Cichorium intybus album, and the strange thing about the chicories is that they flower in the morning and then their flowers go over in the afternoon. So they are only pollinated during the morning, early morning through to midday, when their flowers are open, and then the flowers die off and then they reopen again later on. Now this is one of those plants where you get a lovely tall stem and then you get branching. You don't get masses of flower out all the same time along the stem. So this is already flowered a bit here, but behind each of the flowers that's gone are more buds to follow, so it's got a long flowering period. The one thing about chicory is that the leaf, when it comes up and you see the basal rosette, it does look a little bit like a dandelion, and people can go and dig it up. Please don't, because it's a really lovely plant. It's good for the middle to back of the border. It can get up to 1.20 meters, 1.50 meters in good soil. Makes a lovely good big clump. Really lovely white flowering form, just something slightly different for you to grow in the border or a container. Then these two over here, we've got the Verbena bonariensis. Now this is a wonderful plant. People know this really well. This is something, if it likes you, it will seed around and you'll get lots of it coming through. I have a trouble in my gravel garden. It really should like me, and it doesn't. So I have to plant it every year. I have to grow it from seed and plant it every year. As I say, if it likes you, it will stay perennial. It's a short-lived perennial. Probably each plant clump will last for about 4 years, and then you'll allow seedlings to seed around. But these beautiful purple flowers attract all of the pollinators. Really, really great. And it's tall and arching, square stemmed, so it holds itself up really, really well. Verbena bonariensis. Lastly, we have Sidalcea rose queen. Now this is a mallow family, and this is quite interesting, and this happens with quite a lot of plants in that the basal leaves are round like this, and then when it puts on its flowering stems you get a much more cut and divided leaf like this. And I quite often get customers coming to me and saying, what's happened to my plant? There seems to be a leaf change, or have I got 2 plants growing in here? And this happens with scabious and other plants, whereby the leaves at the base of the plant are the ones which are producing all the food and putting it back down into the plant to give it energy. And then once it goes up to the floral bits, you will see the leaves are much more dissected. It doesn't need to be quite so heavy. And then above that you get these amazing flower spikes. Now this is not quite out yet. The flowers are going to be the size of a 50p piece. So they are around about 2 centimetres in diameter, and you will see they are beautiful rose pink. They're really, really lovely pink, and lots of them. So you get this massive head of beautiful pink flowers. They're going to be up to 1.50 m in the border. They make a lovely big clump. They hold themselves up well. They are a midsummer flowering perennial, and they are really, really brilliant. There's such a lovely flush of colour for the borders or in containers as well. They will divide and you can move them around. Full sun for those, full sun for the Verbena, shade for the Alstroemeria, full sun for the Hollyhock, and the chicory would prefer to be in full sun as well. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for listening.